Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Live and After Show. I'm your host Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you'd like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they are live. There's also a PayPal, Patreon and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you'd like to join the discussion right here, right now, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the nature of Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcome back on the next stream. Please also share the show on social media. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel, so please share the show on Facebook and Twitter. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now, before I introduce our guests, I'm going to do a few quick shout outs to my Patreon. So a massive shout out to Abraham Mohammed, Adrian Quintana, Alistair Main, Billy Highvault, Burn Fat Till My Stomach Is As Flat As The Earth, Uncut, Dank, Dave Rakier Gafford, David Wayne Foster, Edwin Johnson, Erwin Jennisons, Felix Hung, Fireball X, God Rockin', Henrik86, Jeranism, Joshua Balsimo, Kirsten Smith, Liam Nedrick, Life is Short, Nagara, Naibai, Qatar Craig, Reinhardt, Renee, Sally Ballis, Silver Umbrella, Skeptic936, Texas Mike, the Flat Earth Sun, Moon and Zodiac Clock app, the FlatEarthChannel.com, Tina Baker and Tom Hawkins. So massive shout out to all of you for supporting me on Patreon. Now we are joined by a whole bunch of people in both Discord and G+. How are you all doing?
Woo! Good.
Good afternoon. Great.
Awesome.
Good morning.
Excellent. Good to have you all. Had a whole raft of technical issues, so no pre-show, unfortunately. Straight into the live show. So any signs of Earth curvature?
Not from Lake Tahoe.
Are we live? I can't find
Bloody
it.
hope we are.
I don't have anything.
Yes, we are.
Fine.
Thank you for that, Arwin. It's not like this morning was stressful enough already.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
Any signs of axial rotation of the Earth-based variety?
None whatsoever.
Here it is.
Scientific evidence of gravity? Any of that?
Talking about gravity.
No, definitely not.
There's even arguing among the developments of gravity over the last 100 years. And now I've drawn a conclusion that in a whole, I think that Einsteinian gravity has been ignored a lot in the modeling, resulting in the what is it? The dark space, the counteraction against gravity that has to be out there, even though it's unmeasurable and invisible. It's basically coming out of ignoring Einstein's conceptualization. So I'm kind of puzzled about this.
Well, look at that Danny Faulkner in his book. He didn't even reference Einstein when he was trying to debunk flat Earth. How can you write a book on gravity and not reference Einstein, at least in passing? Even just to say that you don't agree with Einstein, even though you can't do that on his side, you've got to at least give the guy a mention because he's supposed to be the current science.
The evidence of a self-perpetuating molten iron core at the centre of a presupposed spherical Earth?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, they never get to that point.
Any evidence of the R value, Earth radius?
Presupposed.
Fruit of imagination.
Any evidence of a valid or viable hypothesis in the entire history of any of the fields of cosmology, astronomy, or astrophysics?
None whatsoever.
No.
But they like to think they have.
How come we're always answering for the ballers? I mean, if you're a baller, wouldn't you be on the show right now?
They don't like answering housekeeping questions because then they have to present evidence to support their assertions to the contrary, and we know that they don't have any evidence, so they sit there. I don't know why they sit there in Discord, but I think it's perhaps to create the illusion that they're boycotting Nathan, or they just like to troll us by sitting there, but they haven't got any evidence. But they tell everybody that gravity causes a lot of stuff, but we all know that gravity doesn't do anything. It doesn't even exist.
Shout out to theflatearthchannel.com, who says, I have the same birthday as Einstein. Is that so? Thank you very much for your support for theflatearthchannel.com. Any evidence of the R value?
You shared that already, I think.
Yeah.
Pardon?
You shared that already.
Say that again, 10th man.
You shared that question already, Nathan. R value.
Oh, right.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh. Any evidence you can have gas pressure without the necessary antecedent of a container to press upon?
Not possible.
This is the biggest point. We know what happens in a lab when we get a vacuum next to a gas pressure. You need a tap to separate them. Once you open that tap, they immediately equalize. On their model, they have gas pressure next to a vacuum, which we know that when we do it in a lab, that's what happens. They immediately equalize. Well, they haven't got a force of gravity pulling it down, even though everybody seems to think they do. Gravity's not a force, thanks Einstein. But they don't seem to have this as an issue in their head. In their head, for some reason, they don't compute this, and it's the strongest point that debunks their model. And if you're on our side, you need to be able to shove it down their throat, because these guys don't know what they're talking about. You can't have gas pressure next to a vacuum without some kind of membrane.
Well, you can hardly blame them, Anthony. They really can't go around saying pseudo-Riemannian force space is pulling down.
I know, but we need to do a stronger effort of pointing this out to them, because it is the strongest argument of all the arguments, whether you've got satellites or whether you've got snap pictures from space or CGI or NASA. All of those points are lovely, right? You're in the arguments when you're begging the question whilst you're arguing them points. Well, we don't need to do that. Just say we'll demonstrate gas pressure next to a vacuum without some kind of containment, because we know we can demonstrate it in a lab, and they equalize immediately. They don't have a force of gravity separating them. So what is separating them from the vacuum of space? And of course, on their model, there isn't anything. So you can't have that. So we need to attack them more on this point, because it does kill their argument. Look at Danny Faulkner. Nathan asked him the question, and Danny Faulkner just was like, don't know.
Well, Anthony, what you're saying is you want Danny Faulkner to somehow answer it, and the argument killed him. That's why he didn't answer it. So we don't need to make it any stronger. It killed Danny Faulkner already.
Well, some people say that Danny Faulkner was rebelling by not answering him, but normally when people rebel because they're not answering, they normally say that they're not answering and then give the reason for why. And he didn't do that. He just sat there looking like a retard. And I'm like, well, that's not really persuasive if that's what he was doing.
The guy, hang on. The guy who writes a book about refuting flat Earth claims doesn't want to answer flat Earth questions. Oh, this is epic.
Yeah, the guy that doesn't address Einstein in his refutation of gravity from the bottom. I mean, you've got to have Einstein in there, right? And he doesn't even reference it. It's like, how could you do that?
Well, Anthony, next question to Danny Faulkner will be, do you know who Einstein is?
I think someone needs to ask him, does he know who Einstein is? Because he doesn't reference him, the lead authority on gravity on their model.
The guy took the fifth, man. He's not going to answer. He knows he's dead the minute he answers.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
No, it's embarrassing for him. We don't need to make the argument stronger. The argument was strong enough to shut his mouth.
It would have helped if Nathan used some type of context. You can't just walk up to anyone and ask them, how do you have gas pressure without containment? Because they're not going to know what you're talking about. Perhaps if he mentioned Earth's atmosphere not being contained, Danny might have understood what he was talking about. I think he probably just didn't understand what the question was.
To be fair,
so hang on. So you want me to pull out my violin and play it? That I think Danny Faulkner doesn't understand that question. Come on, Babs.
Something very important. I think actually Danny Faulkner did give an answer by showing how his lips act like a barrier between the pressure on the outside and his lungs.
Well, I think that in the context of a flat Earth convention or conference where he is paid to be a member of and go and participate, I think that when you're asked that question, I don't think you need much context because you should know intrinsically what the context is by virtue of being a ball Earth proponent.
He knew damn well what the context was. He just made the best decision that he could make and not say anything about it. Because whatever response he was going to have, he was going to be held to task on it. Because Nathan wasn't going to fuck around with his bullshit.
He's already been asked the question. Quantum Eraser asked him the question back in 2016. And his reply was gas pressure gradient. Now, we all know how pummeled that'll get, as it's a delta of the original question. So he absolutely knows the question. He's been asked it before. So context isn't required. He knows that question. He didn't have a good answer when he was asked it in 2016. He had the same answer. That is to say, he can't answer it. And the answer, regardless of context, is you can't have gas pressure without a container. It's the necessary antecedent. Context isn't required for a simple question like that. It's very basic.
Nathan, we have a gradient, Nathan.
You can't have a gas pressure gradient without a container. Gas
but
pressure
Nathan,
gradient.
it disperses to nothing. How do you have a gradient on your model, Nathan?
How can you have a vacuum without
I've got a model. I'm not making any claims. The question is, how can you have gas pressure without a container? The answer is...
we've got a gradient, Nathan. It disperses to nothing, Nathan.
Rumpus by my own bloody panel.
No, the gradient settles after.
Yeah, I heard. We've got a gradient.
Am
I ever going to get to address it even with my own panel on my own side?
You're being rumpus.
No shit. Yeah, a gradient is a delta of the original question. You can't have a gas pressure gradient. You must, without first having a gas pressure. So it doesn't in any way address the question. You can't have gas pressure without a container. It's the necessary antecedent.
They just don't like it. Hey, I had a really good conversation with Red Rhetoric and Sean Hufford last night, guys. Did you catch that on Sci Strike's channel?
No, just watched your stream today.
So Sci Strike died recently. He had some kind of I think doesn't matter. He died recently, and his daughter wanted to carry on his channel, and she said, like, would you come on and have a conversation? Like, and I was like, sure. What do you want to talk about? She said, well, do you want to have a debate with some ballers? And I was like, all right, okay, sure enough, fair enough. I've not done a debate for a while. I thought I'll have a go. So who do you want? So she made some suggestions, and I just says, nah, no thanks. I'm not really interested in either of them two. In the end, she settled for Sean Hufford and Red's Rhetoric. So they came on and we spoke about Moonlight for a bit. And it was really, really interesting to see how Sean did his Moonlight test, because he's got like an infrared FLIR camera thing that's measuring the data live. But rather than cast a shadow on an object and see if there's a differential between the casting of the shadow relative to the environment that's not being cast a shadow on, he goes down the side of a building and he looks one way, sees the side that's got no moonlight on it, looks the other way, sees the side then has the moonlight on it, does a compare and contrast and claims a conclusion. And I'm like, aren't you meant to be casting the shadow and seeing what the temperature variation is? He's like, well, no, because nature's already done it for me. And I've tried to explain to him how correlation is not causation, and we all know how that conversation is going to go, and he wouldn't have it. And eventually, Reds started debating me, even though he's supposed to be the moderator. It was me v Reds, and Sean became the moderator. But in the end, we agreed and concluded that next time he's going to go out, he's going to cast a shadow, and then 5 minutes after, he's measured the temperature for a couple of minutes. He's going to show after 5 minutes, he's going to cast a shadow, then measure the difference between the two and see if actually his claim, which is that direct moonlight is warmer than shade, he thinks that the shade's cooler. He's going to try and demonstrate with proof that that's true. And I've said that you're not going to be able to do it properly and actually manipulate your cause, not correlate. And let's see what results you get. And he's agreed he's going to do it. So I'm looking for the fudge factor in it, because we know what happens with the moonlight. It does appear to be cold.
Any evidence of the distance to the sun?
No.
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 That concludes housekeeping.
Yeah, Nathan, that's a super chat. By the way, you need to read that.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Arwin. My wife and I express our deepest sympathies to our friend Jaron, who is mourning the loss of his mother today. She passed away unexpectedly yesterday. Jaron and his family are in our prayers today. Is that Jaron Campanella?
probably.
Who's JQ? I've seen that name before, but I don't know who it is.
JQ is friend of DITRH.
That makes
assume
yesterday a
is-
totally crazy day.
I assume it's Jaron Campanella. Hopefully he'll let us know from the chat. Yes, he says. Yeah, okay. Our deepest sympathies also. Rest in peace, Jaron Campanella's mother. Our sympathies with you, Jaron, and family. Thanks for the
shout out to
super chat,
Jaron's
JQ.
mum.
Thanks for letting us know.
Prayers.
Condolences, Jaron.
Yeah, it's going to be rocky times for him for a few days, eh? So, let's get back down to business. These ballers making claims without any evidence and without any science. Oh, that was what I noticed. The conclusion of the Red's rhetoric debate. They don't like that physical manipulation by the experimenter. They want to demand that we can infer causation by letting Mother Nature do the job. And I'm like, nah, you've got to manipulate it, mate. And they won't have it because we know that they need to infer gravity as a cause for other experiments. So they need to insist that they can allow nature to do it on this occasion, because if I demand that they've manipulated it themselves, then it binds them on future jobs for claiming that gravity is there. If they haven't manipulated it by themselves, it means that you can't infer it. Obviously, they want to infer it, so don't let them get away with not manipulating the presumed cause. Stand your ground. There's enough evidence out there. You can just type it in Google.
So they still don't like the definition of an independent variable.
Yeah, they don't like it. They definitely don't like it.
It's pretty sad.
It sets the precedent for future tests, you see.
Well, they don't want the future tests. They don't even want the current test. That's ridiculous.
So Gary Bennett says, stand by what? Because it's not needed. Of course it's needed. You have to physically manipulate the presumed cause yourself to prove that it is the cause of the effect. It's like the cockerel crowing at morning rise. Sunrise is not caused by a cockerel, but it does seem to correlate. And if you don't manipulate it to prove it, then you're not proving it, i.e. you're correlating. And we know that cockerels don't cause sunrise.
Hey, Lenny said in chat that he doesn't like to come on the show and argue the ball, but he can destroy an argument, but he's afraid that Nathan will mute him. Well, Lenny, I got a word for you. Come on the show, don't interrupt, and we won't interrupt you, and prove your ball. Come on.
Don't be a Danny.
So Gary
Why
Bennett,
can we only use science to prove the nature of reality? Why can't we use math or physics or anything else?
because maths is not reality, despite Red's rhetoric claiming that it is. Hey, do you know, we actually offered
So
me
we can only
$20.
prove the nature of reality with science?
Yeah, that's how you prove the nature of reality with science.
I was just wondering why we're only using science. I'm not sure if there's anything else that can be used.
Nathan, Jose saying that he could be on the panel destroying us, but Nathan is a coward and he doesn't give me the link. Hangout, Discord sucks. Hangout link or nothing. Should I send him over one?
No. The guy's a jerk. He's all he's doing is playing the victim here. Get your flip-flops on, get to your mic, Jose, and come on Discord.
Yeah, well,
Who did he say he's going to be destroying? What did I hear?
Now, if he'd come on the G Plus panel, he'd just be trolling us very
he's
loudly.
made a claim. He says, I could be in the panel destroying them, but Nathan is a coward. Nathan, can I give him a link and let him join? Let's hear what he's got to say.
No.
No, let him join on Discord.
Let him.
I earn Jose 0 favours.
Jose, get your ass into Discord and destroy us in Discord. Come on, let's hear what you got to say. Let's see what evidence you can prove.
I'm still stuck on destroy us. What?
What's
going on?
read the book?
I mean,
He's
Jose,
imagining.
bro.
He's imagining if
Nah.
he thinks he destroys gas pressure without a container. Come on, destroy it, Jose.
Yeah, gas pressure without a container, Jose. How do you get past that? You haven't got gravity as a force and there's no membrane. So where does the gas pressure go? It fucks off into space, doesn't it? How do you get past that? Your model doesn't represent reality.
So what now? Jose read falling flat and he thinks he's smart.
Pardon?
Did he read Falling Flat? And now he's full of answers.
Still didn't hear what you said. Did he do what?
Read Falling Flat.
Red's falling flat.
Oh, Red's Falling Flat. Yeah.
No, the book Falling Flat. For God's sake.
Has he read Falling Flat, the book? Right, I got it now.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I couldn't understand his language there.
It was hard for me.
Might have been me.
Sorry.
I don't know. The book read. I mean, how could you write a book and not address Einstein and gravity? It's ridiculous.
The guy who wrote the book doesn't want to talk. Jose, who says he can destroy us, doesn't want to talk. They've died. The ball is dead.
Warren says,
Jose couldn't destroy a soup sandwich. He's a delusional retard. For crying out.
Warren Evans says, you need to have a container to have gas pressure. Correlation equals causation. Do you need a dog to have dog muck? Yes. If you see dog muck on the pavement, does it mean that you must have had a dog at some point? You don't need to see which dog it was, but you do know that there was a dog, right? So why is gas pressure any different? Because we know by definition you can't have it without a container, because that's the pressure pushing off the walls of the container, right? But in an open system, there's only one wall, and that would be Earth. That means that all pressure is pushing off the Earth and disappearing into space immediately. And we know what happens in the lab when we test that. It disappears immediately. So how is it any different to having dog muck on the pavement, Warren Evans? Warren Evans says, did you not say correlation is not causation? Correct. But how do you have dog muck without a dog? Can you have dog muck without a dog?
Can't you stick to ribeyes and cows rather than dog shit and dogs?
Well, everybody can relate to dog shit on the pavement. Half of these guys won't know what ribeye is.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Why don't Warren Evans actually retract his ridiculous statement in my chat yesterday? He never did that, about Pascal's law not disproving a gradient because it's not related. How about that, Warren Evans?
I think Warren Evans is one of those guys that thinks gravity's a force still.
Unorthodox dog what? Dog shit. That stuff between your ears? That's what we're talking about.
I got a question for you, Anthony, whenever you're ready.
Say again?
I have a question for you. I'm just looking at the definition of science in Collins Dictionary, and it says that science is a study of the nature and behavior of natural things and the knowledge that we obtain about them. A science is a particular branch of science, such as physics, chemistry, or biology. So I initially asked if science is the only thing we can use to prove the nature of reality, and you said yes. Couldn't we use physics, chemistry, or biology?
That's science.
What the world?
You just read out the
You
definition
say
and made that
science is a
clear.
branch of science.
That was your
Go ahead,
definition.
Nathan.
You've just
can you
read that off the
unpack
page
that?
yourself. You've literally just read yourself that is science. And now you're asking if we can use that instead.
Right. I thought that physics and biology and chemistry were not considered sciences.
By who?
They don't follow
By
the scientific
who?
method.
Who are they? Right. Physics isn't a they, is it? It's a discipline. They don't follow the scientific method. No, that would be people don't follow the scientific method and call themselves physicists or scientists. They are people, not a method or a discipline.
How many times have
Right,
I
so as
presented
long
on
as-
this? How many times have I presented on this?
12.
I know, but to be fair, it takes me about 12 times to get it in if I'm not sure about something. So you just have to be a bit more patient, John. But to be fair, though, that Collins definition that he just read, I looked it up because I thought there's no way Collins have said, and I quote, science is a particular branch of science. But it actually does. It says science is a particular branch of science, such as physics.
That's what I
chemistry, or
heard.
biology.
I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't
Yeah, it does say
that
that.
seems
It's
silly.
shocking. I noticed
I
he
read
didn't
it
mention the word
verbatim.
experiment in the definition.
Are we all clear?
Using the scientific method can only answer cause and effect questions. right? So your question's kind of ambiguous. You want to get to something specific?
Well, I didn't have a specific question. I was just curious about that Collins dictionary definition because it
There's
didn't make
nothing
any
wrong
sense to me.
with definition. Yeah. Do you want to get specific? Go ahead and read it again, and then ask your question again.
No, let me do it
Right.
because I found the bit that he needs to pay attention to rather than the bit at the top, the colloquial bit. So if I screen share, Nath, would you put it on? Yeah. Shit, have I done that? Hang on. Share screen. There we go. So here's the definition for science. And if you go to the Collins one, it does indeed say science is a particular branch of science. But if you scroll down a bit, it gives you the scientific definition, science in British English, the systematic study of the nature and behavior of the material and physical universe based on observation, experiment, and measurement, and the formulation of laws to describe these facts in general terms.
That's wrong. The definitions compromise formulation of laws. Laws do not enter the scientific method.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying what this one says.
I'm not shooting you. I'm just saying the definition's erroneous.
And then the American one is very similar.
Demonstrably erroneous. I'm not just saying it. Demonstrably erroneous. I just did a presentation on this a few days ago. This specific subject. Does anyone have a law that they have put through the scientific method? Let's hear it. Give it to us. Observe phenomena. I want to hear it right friggin' now.
Jose thinks that gravity holds down the atmosphere. Jose, you know gravity's not a
Hold on.
force.
Check.
Laws.
Mic
no,
check.
Let's just round that out. Laws don't go through the scientific method. You're not going to establish the
Jose
cause.
just say that?
Oh my God.
So fucking painful
Who cares
today.
what Jose says? Right? When are you going to stop answering friggin' delusional retards, people? You just. Who is the tail wagging the dog here?
So laws don't go through the scientific method. There is no establishment of a cause of entropy. It's nonsensical.
What about the laws of thermodynamics?
That's what I just said.
That's what he
Oh my
just
God.
said. Entropy.
That's literally just what I said.
Hey.
I'm going on mute.
Do you think before you speak, Babs?
Didn't hear him when he said that. There's a bit of a issue
When he
with
said
hearing
what?
people from the hang.
What did he say?
Something about entropy.
Yeah, then you asked
So
me.
I thought you said you didn't hear that.
You said, what about the second law of thermodynamics?
I didn't hear your full sentence though. I just
You did.
heard
You did.
entropy.
You did. You heard the full sentence. I said, you're not going to establish the cause of entropy. And then you asked, what about the second law of thermodynamics?
Right, I didn't hear the first part of your sentence.
Okay.
You
Right.
heard? Yes, you did.
Let me just rephrase it. You're never going to establish the cause of heat always flowing to cold. Like, you're not going to establish that cause. It's not been through the scientific method. It's just a statement of fact.
Right.
I can't believe the definition of science can be so incorrect in so many of these dictionaries.
I can. You got pretender clowns everywhere, man.
Well, that's how they confuse everybody, isn't it?
Precisely.
Oh, Jose's a coward.
Yeah, believe it. if you're a pseudoscientist, you're going to want to punt the pseudoscience as being real science. So you're going to convolute the definition, you're going to mix up the meaning, you're going to claim that your science is real science, you're going to claim that because you're science, you've got a level of empiricism no one else can challenge. You're going to establish all of that crap, get it all written down, get it all documented and published so everyone else reads it and understands that if you are Mr. Science, you better be respected and believed.
I don't think Jose would even go that far. Last few times he's been on, all he's done is just talk very loudly over everyone, trolling, not getting into a conversation, not backing down, just trolling. Because he has nothing.
Can't even form complete sentences. For God's sake, can we move on?
I haven't had your reaction to...
And same goes for Right to Hand, but yeah, who wants him? You know, at this point.
Can we leave the crown munchers out of it? What about the good doctor? I haven't actually heard Quantum Eraser's reaction to that. Presumably you've seen it.
I told you what the reaction would be. He's not going to compromise himself. He'll do the same thing he did with Nathan Thompson. He can't speak to that stuff, not in public. Maybe on Bob Enyart Real Science Radio Live, he might speak to that. There won't be anyone to challenge him. That ain't gonna happen.
He already compromised himself when he wrote the book.
It just seems ironic that he said there's no claim he couldn't challenge, and then a claim that has been, put to him is met with stone cold silence.
And he had 3 years to figure it out.
Arwen called it. That's what Arwen said. Arwen said he won't have an answer.
Arwen says.
It's just pure coincidence. We were discussing it last Friday, and obviously I don't know exactly. Presumably it happened on the Saturday, and then that broadcast came out on the Sunday. But that was when it was all edited together by Sleeping Warrior and mirrored by Mark Sargent. So by then, the discussion about hopefully what would happen with Nathan Thompson, and did, was being discussed. And as I say, Arwen called it completely. He was like, he won't have an answer, he won't say anything.
Let's discuss how Danny Faulkner is a part of a minority now.
How do you mean, part of a minority? He's the high priest of the most popular Western religion there is. What do you mean in a minority? No way.
I mean, Flat Earth's winning all over the place.
Yeah, maybe, but that pales in comparison to the established Western religion, which is heliocentrism.
Yeah. Their time is coming.
Sorry, who's they? Who's they exactly?
Establishment people. The established in the establishment.
And who are they?
The Tysons and the Coxes and the Faulkners. Pretender clones.
Okay, let's have a hypothetical scenario where tomorrow we convince Dr. Daniel Faulkner of his error, and he concedes. What then?
They'll throw him under the bus.
We already have that picture.
They will throw him under the bus. I didn't mean really for him, although that's an interesting add to it. I meant for you. What's next?
For me, personally.
Yeah, you personally.
Wait, I have some noise. Just 1 second.
I mean, as a contrast, you've got the cosmonaut who's saying the Earth is flat, and Quantum Eraser's just summed this up. Presumably, you'll get thrown under the bus by the establishment, although we haven't established what that is yet. Well, he's only one step away from having flat earthers put their arm around him rather than globe earthers put their arm around him, or generally being ignored when you go out on TV and just say the same old thing that you've said every single time you've gone on TV. No one would even know who he was. But now he's got our arms around him. Well, in many ways, if he's a cosmonaut, wouldn't he be part of the illusion that's in place, even though he's admitted to the truth now? In other words, it seems, well, put your arm around him once he just admits that it's flat, but your tone was to say there should be some level of accountability. They'll be held to task soon, right? They being the establishment. But is that what you actually want? Is that what you want?
No, not exactly being held to account, but just reforming all the education system and science, and just like rebuilding the world of knowledge, let's say.
The world of knowledge. So you want the world to understand what you understand, correct?
Well, at least the factual world of the facts, not like everybody can take it as he can take it.
Perfect. Everyone can take it as he can take it, he or she. So if everyone can take it as he or she can take it, isn't it kind of irrelevant? You're just looking to see the joy of someone's personal realization of the nature of their reality, like you did. In other words, does accountability actually come into this? I get to my actual point. Do we want to hold people accountable for this deception?
Oh yeah, for sure. At the end, yeah, definitely.
Who? Who do we hold accountable?
Well, how? Even
not how. Who?
Yeah.
Well,
what does holding accountable mean?
Holding accountable. If somebody steals something from you, you can get recourse, recompense. They can be punished. That's.
So how does that work with the globe stories?
That's what I'm asking.
And the belief.
That's what I'm asking. Who's going to be held accountable? What are they going to be held accountable for? Why are we holding them accountable? Rather than putting our arms around them like a Russian cosmonaut who's just admitted the Earth's flat.
Well, how about dishonesty in science?
Dishonesty and pseudoscience. And everyone's going to be held accountable. May not be here on this earth, but they will be held accountable. I guarantee you that.
Okay, I mean, everyone's got to have their own version of events when they reach the pearly gates. I'm not going to discredit that in any way, but I'm talking about us now. When people thump their tables and say the earth is flat, we've all been lied to. What do people want?
Nathan, we're keeping them accountable with your show and QE show and other good flat earth shows. That's how we keep them accountable, by shining the light of truth of the nature of our reality. That's the only way. Not going to take them to court and sue them for something.
Okay, so we don't want financial recompense.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't even make it there. They're so brainwashed. The whole system is so brainwashed, they'll laugh at us because they're still thinking boats go over an edge. So we have to keep them accountable. We destroy their arguments like we've been doing. And people who come to the show and share the show, one by one, we get people who see the truth and they come on our side, and we grow and they die. They're losing, we're gaining.
Gaining numbers of people that appreciate the nature of their reality, right?
Yeah, the people who have eyes to see, ears to hear, will say, hey, instead of dismissing the 8 housekeeping questions, I'm going to go and see what they actually are asking by those 8 housekeeping questions. And then when they realize that they're carefully put questions to get a precise answer, they're going to realize that they've been under the spell.
Or not.
Or not.
As the case may be.
Well, I can't worry about the people who refuse to see the evidence see the evidence and refuse to change based on the evidence. See, it's evidentiary based. So if you're not going to, forget my opinion, but if the evidence shows the Earth is flat, why aren't you a flat earther? Well, I don't like QE. Well, who cares if you like QE? Is the Earth flat?
But those people aren't necessarily like ignoring the evidence. They're still here. So they're still in consideration of the evidence. Even though they're saying no, and they don't want it to be that case, they're still here. They're not like, if they were, as you described it, ignoring the evidence, they wouldn't be here. They'd be somewhere else doing something else, ignoring the evidence.
I apologize. I'm not talking about Rumpus, Jose, all these people who come here, the trolls. I'm talking about people who, for the first time, hear it, and instead of excusing it, they say, "I'll research it," which is what we all did. Those types of people that we're still yet to find and still yet to share with. Rumpus and all these guys in chat, they're just bottom feeders. I don't even pay attention to them.
Can you imagine if one of us did a video entitled "Gas Pressure Without a Container" and then used a container, and then when it was pointed out to us, we didn't correct our position? You would forever be known as whatever they're going to come back with. Yeah, on their model, on their side rather, Billy Blue Balls, Hillbilly Blue Balls, has got that exact scenario, and all the ballers turn a blind eye to it. And we're all like, "Hey guys, he's using a container, and no one's calling him out. We're pointing it out. He doesn't change his position, and the ballers just turn the other way and look the other way, a bit like Nelson with his Nelson's eye." It's like, come on, guys! I thought you guys were supposed to be
like Jose.
telling
Did
the
Jose
truth.
point him out? This guy's on Jose's show every day. Did Jose point him out? Hey, guy, you might want to see. You might want to share with people that you've got a freaking container in your video that says gas pressure without a container. Did Jose point that out to him, or does he continue to be a fucking guest on his show every day?
He ain't
Like a
gonna
piece of
point
shit.
that out. Nathan, share the screen, please.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on.
I saved that picture.
So we have Hillbilly Blue Balls, the redneck retard, proven gas pressure without a container. But what does he have sitting right here?
Container.
Is this a gas container?
It is. It's a container.
Whoa, is it a closed container?
That's a closed container, yeah. It's got a valve on it, but yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, if this doesn't speak volumes to you people, but you need to get off the fluoride main line or move away from the power lines. Okay?
Wait, I have a question for QE. Why didn't the Hillbilly Blue Balls use another pipe to bring his gas over instead of closed container?
That's what I'm saying right here. There it is right there.
So I want to know, all right, he's obviously not going to change his video, but I want to know why ballers are not calling him out on this. I mean, it's obviously that he's using a container. He's using a container to get the butane into the container in the first place. And then he's using a container to create the pressure that he plugs into his measuring device to prove that there's no container. But there's a container, a pipe that he's measuring it with. So Rumpus, I trust you're going to go and tell Hillbilly Blue Balls that he's made a mistake and get him to remove his video and issue an apology video saying that he's misled all of his audience in his comments below.
Rumpus ain't going to do that.
What we've got to
air out the atmosphere with Rumpus. How in the hell do you expect him to understand this?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Don't leave it to Rumpus. Let's just tell the audience what we require. So if you're a fundamentalist religious zealot and you believe the sky is a vacuum, well, all we need to see, as demonstrated and asked every single episode of Flat Earth Debate, is this, which is the container with gas pressure inside it, but without this container. So we want to see the gas pressure that's inside this container currently, but without the container. Hope that's clear.
They see it. They know it.
And their inability to fix the mistake, the error, the fraud, the deception.
Not inability. Refusal.
I have a question. If I have a thermos, right, that's closed, and I open the thermos, does it stop being a container?
It's still a container.
Depends if it's accelerating or not.
Then an open container.
Oh, an open container, but it's still a container.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
there's a difference
the fact
between an
that
open
he
container and a
had an
sealed
open
container.
pipe doesn't stop the pipe from being a container.
Chocolate, you can even have a fish tank turned upside down and fill it with helium, and it will still contain the helium.
Yeah,
Or-
the contrasting between a sealed container and an open container. He thinks that a sealed
Hey,
container is somehow different to a container that's open.
So that's a very interesting debunking to their horseshit assertions with sulfur hexafluoride. Excellent, the one. So,
Thank you.
by contrast to sulfur hexafluoride, you could turn a fish tank upside down and fill it with helium. Now, don't get me wrong, entropy's still going to take hold from the bottom, but the effect's the same, right? Just not with the man-made gas. That's very clever. I like that. That's the first time I've considered it in that way, the one. That's brilliant. I like that a lot.
That's what happens when you have a lot of imagination.
So what does this retard do? He gets a half-inch diameter pipe and runs it like 30 or 40 feet high, and then adds the butane on the bottom. Let's try this. Let's get a 6-foot diameter pipe and have it 2 foot tall, and then do it again. Clowns!
This came up yesterday, and I was getting frustrated because at some point you're arguing about whether or not the gas will remain in the pipe, i.e. these people are literally trying to argue in defiance of entropy. Now that's the situation you start with, and by the end of the conversation I'm saying, look, not only will the gas eventually fill the available volume, i.e. dissipate from the open container, the pipe and the house will also eventually succumb to entropy. Come back in 1,000 years and there'll just be dust. You know, not only... What do these morons think the pipe's still going to be there with butane in the bottom? No, the pipe won't be there anymore. Neither will the house. Entropy, yeah? My God, these people are so stupid. Same applies to this can, right? Entropy will still take hold and the gas will eventually fill the space. Yeah, that can won't just last forever. Unfortunately, entropy will still take hold of that can, amazingly. And everything else. It's a natural law. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I think they're all out of arguments, Nathan. That's why they're just in chat now. They just cannot get to the place where they realize they're arguing a lost point already.
Maybe we should play that small video that I just put in Master B for them one more time. Maybe they understand our point a little bit. If somebody can help me with that.
Is it exactly? Oh, okay.
Entropy.
The video with
one of these bulbs, some bromine, and in the other I have a vacuum. And if I open the tap between these two, you will see spontaneously the bromine rush from one to the other. Now that is the simplest change we can have, perhaps, because all that happens is a change in entropy. In this case, the expansion into a vacuum, nothing else is involved. There's no energy change, there's no temperature change, there's no change except entropy. So without the entropy one of these bulbs.
Very good.
Bye-bye, Jose.
In conclusion, if the sky was a vacuum, the gas we breathe would fill the space. Entropy would increase.
Right
and
on.
the gas would fill the available volume given to it. What is that volume?
Outer space.
You want to know?
Outer space. Oh, the number. No, I don't know the number. You tell me.
According to their fairy tale paradigm, it's 10 to the 80th cubic meters. Ah!
A lot of space for that gas to fill.
Immediately.
So, do you think total silence from Dr. Faulkner was the best actual answer he could have given?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I think it was his best option.
Yeah, that's correct. His best option, yes.
Aesthetically, it didn't look good, but he could always say they were just rude, and I'm not going to talk to rude people. And the way he approached me, so he'll dance around it. But it didn't look good for him aesthetically.
Well, you have an astrophysicist writing a book about, and one of the subjects he has is gravity, and no mention of Einstein in there.
How convenient.
Why is that? I mean,
Maybe he didn't have enough time to write the book fully.
Boom, boom. Because he needs a force, doesn't he?
That is incredible ignorance.
He needs a force.
Not ignorance. He did it on purpose. He knows. He's got to know.
he needs a force, just like
Yes.
Nathan said. That's correct. Even though that given both, we can give them both. Einsteinian gravity, wonder twin powers activate. Einsteinian gravity and Newtonian gravity at full, quote unquote, force will have no effect on entropy whatso friggin' ever. Clowns!
Great. They lose either way.
Yeah. At the time when Anthony was neck deep in arguing about gravity, we got a right earful from him, because I would say that as well. You know, yeah, have your bloody stupid gravity, have Einsteinian and Newtonian at full effect. It won't affect entropy. The gas will still fill space. Makes sod all difference. Shout out to Cleary for the super chat. Faulkner should have checked Nathan's credentials. I think that's a reference to Wakey Wakey.
It seems to me that the first thing we need to teach our kids is not to trust these authorities.
What would give you that idea?
I don't know about a trust thing, because only the other day we were talking about how explicit they make it. You know, the fakery is fairly obvious. They tell you how they do it. They show you. It's on a television screen. You're not getting to experience it, and they call the whole system a model. So in that respect, you know, in some respects they could argue that they're not deceiving you. You know, they told you. They made it quite obvious. So I wouldn't say teach them distrust, but more teach them critical thought. Teach them logic.
Teach them that the world is going to lie to you. That's what you got to teach them. And then one by one, expose the lies.
Yeah, I don't want to teach my kid that. I'd just rather teach her how to think critically. And then she can assess it for herself and come to the conclusion herself when she's ready to come to that conclusion and assess things critically. As opposed to me saying, the world's an evil place where everyone lies. Yeah, that's true generally, right? She's going to find that out eventually.
Not everyone lies, but I was just piggybacking off the critical thinking lesson. How do you recognize a lie? And what? Well, if you're not thinking, you're not going to recognize it.
First, that's wrong. Everybody lies.
That's not the context in which I was saying it. If I say to you the Earth is flat and motionless and still, am I lying?
Everybody lies.
Oh.
Oh,
Can't
Rumpus
have
says he
gas-
wants
you
it.
can't have gas pressure without a container. Am I lying?
Yeah, Rumpus in chat is complaining that he's muted in the panel. He wants to say something.
Okay,
Dang it, I was
in
just having a
Discord.
good go with Nathan.
I'll unmute him in a second. So shout out to Leonardo Gonzalez. Okay, now panel, who of you took at right the hand out in a date and did not call him back ever again? He sits in the corner of the chat, soaking, sobbing like a little bee. P.S. Loving the show. It's great. Thank you very much for the super chat, Jose Gonzalez. That's my bad. Leonardo Gonzalez. Really appreciate the support.
Our chat is full of wonderful people who take care of all the trolls in chat. We don't even have to worry about those people. Our audience is so strong. It's ridiculous.
You're a moron, Nathan, an utter moron. I really do wonder whether you're this stupid or you're just trying to deceive people. It's just how you can be this stupid or this deceptive is quite extraordinary. You do understand, do you, that the reason things like bricks remain as bricks is there is a force holding them together. That's how they overcome the natural tendency to disorder. And similarly, there is a force, just like a container provides a
What force would
force
that be?
on gas to stop
Come
it
on, let
escaping.
Rumpus do
The
it,
force of
Rumpus.
gravity. Hold on, the force of gravity. Hold on. The force of gravity keeps the atmosphere on the Earth. It's really, really, really simple.
Gravity's
But
not a
Rumpus,
force.
gravity's not a force.
The
It is
bending
a
of a
force.
conceptual
It
medium
manifests itself
known
as
as
a force
space-time.
in our 3D world.
My bad. Did I only get 20
Manifest.
seconds to respond to you? I heard your claim. So conceptual mediums being bent, that doesn't give you a force.
Yes, it does.
It's a concept.
No, it's a real,
Can you
that's a real
prove
thing.
that?
It's there. We measured
Right,
it.
okay. Can you bend freedom?
There are
Can you bend freedom?
no.
Well, that's also a concept. But you think you can bend space-time, which is also a concept. No, you
Correct.
can't.
No, it's not. It's more than a concept. That's like saying force is a concept.
Sorry. Space-time.
Force is also a concept. Force is also a concept,
Sorry.
and it's also real. It's both.
I didn't say
Well,
force. I
where's
said
your proof?
space-time.
Where's your
Space-time.
empirical proof?
I said space-time, not force. Space-time is a concept. Like
Do you
freedom.
think force is a concept, Nathan?
Sorry, you seem to be sidetracking. I didn't say force,
Do
did I?
you think force is a concept?
Not what I stated. It's not my claim. Who cares?
I know,
That's
I'm
not what I
asking you,
stated.
do you think
Space
force
with
is a
force.
concept?
Would that be just a
Space-time-
concept?
Why am I getting rumpus by
No,
chocolate?
no. Answer the question. Is
No.
force a concept?
No. Space-time's a concept. It doesn't give you a force.
Yeah, hold on. But is force also a concept? I'm
No,
going to help. I'm
force-
going to take your little steps to the
No,
answer. You see, and
no,
I'm helping
Rumpus.
you by trying to get you to think of something you do understand. Hopefully,
No.
is a concept, and then we
Rumpus.
can move you along to the right answer
Rumpus.
in the area of
Yeah,
discussion.
you keep jabbering about moving me on rather than addressing the fact
Do
that you
you
can't
think
bend.
force is a
You're
concept?
rumpusing me now.
No, and it's no
Do you
relevance.
think force is a concept? Try answering the question. Stop
So
dodging.
I've said-
Try debating.
No, it has
No.
no
Stop
relevance.
muting.
Why am I getting
Stop
rumpus by my
censoring.
own panel
Try
every
answering
time
the
I try and
question.
engage in a conversation? Is it not difficult to try and have a discourse with rumpus enough without my own panel also rumpusing me? No,
Try answering the question.
but space-time is a concept.
And so is force. And you accept that force is a real thing, so you should be able to accept that space-time is a real thing.
No, space-time is not a real thing. It's a conceptual medium.
Is a force a concept,
We're not
Nathan?
talking about a force when we say that gravity isn't real because it's a
Well, let's
bending
deal
of
with
a
the concept
concept
of a force.
to give rise
Let's
to
avoid
a
gravity for the
not
moment.
actual force, and you're talking through every single word I say.
Yeah, but you're not answering my question, are you? You're dodging it. You're deflecting as usual.
I'm not deflecting. Space-time is a conceptual medium, like Narnia. It's not real. It's concept. It's in your head. It's in Einstein's head. It's like time. It's not real. It's like freedom. It's a concept. Now you believe that you can bend a concept to give rise to a force. A force that can do things, push or pull. Now whether or not you want to define that pushing and pulling as conceptual when something's actually bloody happening is ludicrous. Space-time isn't real, it's a concept. and you can't bend a concept. And it certainly doesn't give rise to a force when you conceptually bend a medium that is not real. And with that, I'll say if you are watching this on the Nathan Oakley premiering stream, then stay tuned as there will be an after show to follow. Unfortunately, if you're watching this live on the Nathan Oakley 1980 live stream, this is where we bid you farewell. A huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of you. Smashed the super chat, liked, commented, shared, subscribed, and all that good stuff. Also, of course, a massive thank you to all of today's Discord and G Plus panel for making this live show possible. I've been Nathan Oakley. Stay tuned if you're watching on the premiering stream, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Concept, and it's exactly the same with the bending of space-time. It manifests itself as a force in our 3D world. Oh dear, dearie me. I can't work out if Nathan's this stupid or he isn't quite this stupid. I mean, obviously he's stupid, but whether
he's a string of ad homs. What are you talking about? Giving rise to forces in our 3D world. The conceptual medium of space-time is pseudo-Riemannian force space. Length, breadth, depth, and the conceptual medium of time all rolled into one big fat Rizzler, yeah? Giving manifestations of it in our 3D world is bullshit. It's a concept.
Do you think force is a concept?
Right, force is something that actually happens. I can push something, and that's a force. That's
right,
real. That's reality. Don't just talk over me when I'm halfway through answering you, little prick. Yeah, that's something actual. Something that exists. Something that can be measured. Space-time, on the other hand, is not real. It is a concept.
And can be measured.
What, a concept? Well, that's nice. I can measure the level of freedom in England, can I? Oh, well, that's fascinating.
It's more than a concept, Nathan. It is.
No, it's not. It's just a concept. More than a concept to you because you reify it. That doesn't make it more than a concept. It is a concept.
It's a real thing?
No, that's you reifying a concept as I get rumpused again by my own bloody panel. No, saying it's a real thing is you reifying a concept. That's the fallacy of reification. You just saying it's real doesn't make it real. It's a concept.
Unreal, Nathan.
No, it's not real. That's your fallacy of reification. Making something that is concrete, not concrete, into something that's real. Hypothesization. That's what you're doing.
So if I say you're a reification, Nathan, does that make you unreal then? Just by saying?
No, saying that a conceptual medium can be bent to give rise to a force. That's a reification fallacy because it's not real. It's a concept.
Just saying something's a reification doesn't make it so.
It's the fallacy of hypothesization, if I could say it. In other words, making concrete something that is not concrete, something that's not real, in this case a concept, by your own words into something that is real. No, that's a reification fallacy.
Measure it.
Not even
we
listening.
Can measure its effects.
It's not. You can't measure concepts.
It's not a concept. Oh.
Yes, it is. Space-time is a concept. It's not real. The geometry is pseudo-Riemannian force space. Pseudo, sham, not real, fake.
Do you know what the pseudo means?
Fake, sham, not real. And you're going to tell me all about how it is real. No, that's a reification fallacy that you're guilty of. Because it's not real, it's pseudo, fake, sham, not real, not real.
Only
okay?
the Romanian part that's pseudo, Nathan.
Sorry, the force space, yeah? Space-time, that's the conceptual bit. Now, I don't give a shit how many times you take us on this merry dance. You're never going to ever win an argument where you try and reify a conceptual medium known as space-time into existence by simply saying it's real, highlighting how blatant you are happy to reify this concept.
It's real.
Yeah, that's how blatantly you are happy to reify this concept. In the same way when it comes to the begging the question, proof of nothing perspective hijacking curve calculator, you say it's perfectly acceptable to utilise the R value, which is a presupposition, because Earth is a sphere. In other words, you say I'm allowed to reify this model because I reified the model.
Your argument to be taken seriously.
Yeah, you're just talking
That's just
through
like
me.
saying that I don't agree. That's no better than saying I don't agree and I'm stupid.
No, you're saying it is real when it's not real, it's a concept, and you are guilty of the fallacy of reification. Something you'll never address or perhaps even listen to.
And you didn't understand what the word
Nathan,
pseudo
can we
meant in
get him to
pseudo-Romanian.
define
Pseudo means sham, means fake, it means not real. Pseudo, fake.
It's a sort of Romanian space, but you don't...
No, fake. Pseudo means fake. That's what pseudo means. You said I didn't know what it meant. Yeah, I do. It means fake. Fake. That's what it means.
It's a development of Romanian space.
Sorry, not Romanian. The pseudo bit. It's like when I talk about space-time being not real, he asks me about what a force is. When I talk about pseudo being fake, he talks about Romanian. No, pseudo means fake! Fake!
You don't understand what the term pseudo-Romanian...
Pseudo means fake. I do understand. It means fake. So we're talking about fake. That's what we're talking about. Fake geometry for your fake, reified, conceptual medium known as space-time.
You are stupid and ignorant.
Yeah, that's just an ad hominem attack calling me stupid. Yeah, you've got a fake medium called space-time, which you're going to bend like you can bend freedom, and you can't bend concepts.
You can... It's more than a concept. I can...
No, it isn't! Saying it's more than a concept is your hypothesization, your fallacy of misplaced concretedness, your reification of a concept!
You're asserting things. You're saying something that's completely untrue.
You keep saying that a concept is real. That's called the fallacy of reification. Now, you're not going to just say, I'm doing that. No, you're just asserting things. Yeah, I'm asserting what your fallacy is called because you are guilty of a fallacy. The fallacy of misplaced concretedness, making something that is not real, in this case, the conceptual medium of space-time, into something actual and real by saying the words, "It's real, Nathan!"
And you think that if you use the word reification, that somehow means you're right. It doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Because it's a conceptual medium, known as space-time. Pseudo, fake, sham, not real. And you are telling me it's real. So you're guilty of the fallacy of misplaced concretedness, making something that is not real into something real. In this case, the concept of space-time.
Nathan, we can do experiments on it.
Oh,
we can
really?
Make observations on it.
Excellent. Kiwi, you got your
we
little...
can do observations on it.
Yeah, we can do experiments, can we? Experiments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on, Rumpus. You're round in circles here, mate. How do you expect them to understand what you're saying when they can't understand the word describes? Yeah? If they can't
does
understand
describe
that,
mean
they're not
actual
gonna
and real
understand
then,
the
Highlander? Does the word description, when you're describing a rock, does that mean that you've just made a rock come out with your magic words and tongue? Or are you just giving a description of something? Is a description an actualization, Highlander? Because you're...
Hold on. Well, let me answer. Yeah? You guys claim, right, that Newton said that gravity is a force and that Einstein said that gravity is not a force. Yeah? Whereas neither of them said that. They both describe it as a force. Yeah,
that's fascinating.
Just because
I don't care. Experiment, please.
Doesn't actually make you one, does it?
Sorry.
There's a difference between describing it as something and actually saying it is something.
Yeah, like describing something like diffraction, wave function, as a wave. Now, it's a mathematical description, but often fuckwits describe it as an actual wave, even though it's a mathematical description. But idiots reify that description into something actual, in this instance a wave, or in the case of Rumpus, who's also a complete fuckwit, he reifies space-time into existence by saying it's real when it's not.
Concept, Nathan? So you think diffraction is not due to real waves then?
Sorry, it's a wave function. A probability distribution.
No, you're getting mixed up between...
No, I'm not getting mixed up. It's a probability distribution. Do you not know what diffraction is?
I do know. Do you think that diffraction is a non-real thing then?
Sorry, it's a probability distribution when described mathematically.
It's not, you moron.
When described... Excuse me, you're talking over me. What a fucking asshole. Did you not just ask me a question and then just talk through every fucking word I replied with?
Well, you keep on over talking me, so I'm.
You've asked me a question. Now shut your dumb fucking mouth. Diffraction. In this instance, I am exampling a mathematical description of something. A wave function. A probability distribution. Now I'm getting rumpus by my own panel. Yeah, right. So when you reify that into a wave, that would be also akin to you reifying space-time.
Rating is.
He's not listened. He's talked through every word.
Do you know what a
Last
diffraction
chance.
rating is?
If you don't listen to my response to only later claim that I haven't answered you when detailing the hypothesization in this example, which is wave from wave function, then I'm not going to let you continue to talk to me. You're an asshole who continually asserts that I don't understand, and upon detailing that I do, he talks through me. So this is your last chance to have a cordial conversation with me, Rumpus. Otherwise, you can fuck off.
No, what a diffraction grating is.
Yeah, you can fuck off.
Shut up and listen,
He's not
Rumpus.
listening to me.
No,
so
he said his bit, and I'm asking him if I've only tried to get
Don't
asked.
get it, dickhead.
How would
don't
you
ask
know,
me.
Rumpus?
Shut up, Owen.
You haven't
Thank
written
you.
Owen!
the word.
Oh, thank you.
So, no, you don't get to ask me a
That was
question and then just interrupt every single word I reply with. Totally unreasonable. Now, I will summarise, hopefully without getting rumpused again by my own bloody panel, that he is guilty of a reification fallacy. Space-time, the geometry of pseudo-Riemannian force space, is pseudo, sham, fake, not real, a concept, a conceptual medium. Not real. Now, when he asserts that it is real, that is a fallacy. So, he can, if he wants to, address what I've said, having no doubt whatsoever not listened to a smegging word of it.
Don't know the difference between wave functions.
Yeah, even when on mute, he doesn't shut up. So he can't take part in the conversation anymore because he literally won't let anybody reply. He wants to assert that I don't understand and then rumpus the crap out of the reply that demonstrates amiably that I do understand, and he is guilty of a reification fallacy. Reifying space-time into existence by way of just simply saying it is real. Oh, it is real? No, it fucking isn't. It's a concept, you daft twat.
Nathan, I posted the definition for pseudo and the similar words to it in Master B, just in case people like Rumpus don't understand what the word pseudo means and think it means real, if you want.
I'll read them out. Bogus, sham, phony, artificial, mock, quasi, fake. It goes on and on and on. So pseudo-Riemannian force space being the geometry of space-time. Pseudo, sham, fake, bogus, phony, mock. Not real! You fucking idiot!
Pseudo, in the context of pseudo-Riemannian, is referring to a modification of Riemannian theory. And that's why it's called pseudo-Riemannian, because it's like Riemannian theory, but not quite. That's why it's called pseudo-Riemannian.
So it's a
You
scientific...
don't understand what you're talking about.
So it's a
as
scientific
usual.
theory.
I didn't hear that.
So it's a scientific theory.
What is? Pseudo-Riemannian? No, it's a mathematical construction.
So it's just a description of something.
It's a mathematical description, yes. It's a mathematical formula, mathematical construction, which is used like lots and lots of mathematical things in science. Yeah.
And is it describing a concept or something real?
Well, in the case, well, it's describing a mathematical concept, but of course in space-time, it's a real thing.
Sorry, you're saying space-time's real. Please, can you show me it?
Correct.
Show me space-time, please.
Well, okay, well, I can show you. Would you accept space? The fact that you can move around. If I say you move around your room and you move around in time, therefore that's a demonstration of it.
Are you a complete and utter fuckwit? Did I say show me space? Or did I say show me space-time, you complete clown?
And I'll run, you moron! Move around your room!
That's space, isn't it? That's not space-time, you utter fucking deaf moron. Not space. Are you deaf? No. I'll fucking rub this right in your pathetic, stupid face. I didn't ask you to demonstrate space now, did I? Yeah? I asked you to show me this real thing called space-time.
Yeah, what do you think you're moving around in?
That's space, not space-time. Yeah? Pseudo space-time is not real. An area of volume, something that something can occupy, that would be space. Whoever the hell is giggling in the Discord or G+, bloody Arwin, why are you giggling over the top of every word I say? Can you shut your mic?
I was on mute.
Oh, that's why I can see your mic dancing up and down.
What?
Do you think time is passing, Nathan? You're moving...
Sorry, not space, and then not separately time, which is also another concept.
It's a dimension, and you're...
A dimension. Oh, so that would be a mathematical construct then. Dimensions? Yeah, that's not something physical, you stupid prat.
You're moving around it. You're saying you're not moving around in 3D now.
3D? We're not talking about 3D. We're talking about 4D.
Yes, and you're moving around in time.
Oh, you stupid twat. You seem to can't cope with simple use of a microphone. You've increased your gain so much that you're distorting to all fuck. Have you got no clue how to use your equipment? Are you really this stupid, Rumpus? It seems that you can't gain the simple understanding of how to use a microphone.
Because it doesn't understand very
You're
much.
distorting to all hell. You're so stupid you don't know how to use a microphone.
Therefore, you do not use reason.
Oh, he's figured out how to use his microphone. Have you figured out how to use your microphone, you fucking moron?
Deluded.
You're a fucking moron. You don't even know how to use a microphone. Have you figured it out now, pointed out that you're just so horrendously distorted while you're 3 inches off your microphone screaming into it that 4D pseudo-Ramonian 4 space is actually 3D, real. No, you fucking moron. It's pseudo, not real. You can't show me space-time, you moron.
I can. You move around your bloody...
That's space. You keep saying the same stupid circle jerk shit over and over again. That's not space-time. That's not what's being described mathematically in pseudo-Ramonian 4 space. That's a fourth dimension. Something being described mathematically, not real.
The mathematical model...
Yeah, the mathematical. Not real, you bonehead. Are you deaf?
I missed that point.
Not real. Yeah, you missed the point. Yeah, you're no fucking kidding. It's not real, you deaf shit. You moron. You thicko. You dumbo. It's something mathematical. You're describing something. It's not actual. It's pseudo. It's sham. It's fake. It's space-time. It's a reification fallacy by a moron. That's you, Rumpus.
Then your reification, Nathan.
Not mine. That's projection. And burden of proof reversal. You, moron, thicko, dumbo, idiot, are reifying a mathematical description of a fourth dimension. That's called reification. Not me, you, the thicko.
You are a reality denier and a...
No, I'm not denying reality. Maths. 4D space-time isn't reality. Calling me a reality denier is simply your obfuscation from your reification. You reify four-dimensional space-time into 3D existence by saying I can see the fourth dimensional of pseudo-Ramonian space-time if I walk around. No, fuckwit. I'm asking you to show me the pseudo-Ramonian 4 space bit, the fourth dimension. Can you show me the fourth dimension, you complete fucking idiot?
Yeah, take a video of yourself.
Yeah, that's showing me the fourth dimension of pseudo space-time. If I take a video of myself. No, that's a video, you complete retard. Don't you know the difference between reifying a mathematical construct known as pseudo-Ramonian 4 space and a video? It seems you're very stupid.
I never suggested they would.
Yeah, never. Yeah, you're reifying space-time, dickhead. It's maths, not reality.
And do you think that if you...
Oi, dickhead. You're reifying space-time. It's a mathematical description of a fourth dimension, not real.
Just deploy the word reification, which you...
Yeah, because you're reifying a mathematical construct. Fourth dimensional, pseudo-Ramonian fourth space. Now, it's not real, fuckwit.
Then we can verify it with measurements and observations. And
measurements of what? The maths?
No, the real 4D space-time.
Oh, show me it.
I have. I've told you.
No, you've told me to walk around my fucking room. You dumb shit. You've told me to videotape myself walking around a room. That doesn't show me pseudo-Ramonian fourth dimensional space-time. You clown!
That's what you're in.
No, that's just you reifying it. No, that would be me walking around a room.
It's the cause of gravity, Nathan.
Oh, it's the cause of gravity. What, you're going to flap around even though you haven't been allowed to reify space-time, and now you're saying it's the cause of gravity. Yeah, we've already covered this. The bending of a concept doesn't give you a force, fuckwit.
It's two things, Nathan.
No, it's one thing. A reification by a fuckwit.
This and the real world as well.
No, not real world. Your reification of a mathematical construct called pseudo-Ramonian for space. Not just length, breadth and depth, but length, breadth, depth and time. Space-time! Something you can't show me because it's not real. It's a mathematical description described as sham. Pseudo.
Force is a concept, and force is also in the real...
Yeah. You're going to tell me all about what is a concept now? Conceptual things aren't real, I'm afraid. In this instance, space-time's not real. But you're going to tell us all about how it is. Even though it's not, it's a reification fallacy by a globe-head, religitard fundamentalist who thinks he's in a vacuum on a flying space ball.
We can do experiments on space-time.
Go on then.
We can observe
Go on
its
then.
effects.
Go on then.
And
What's the natural phenomena?
Adheres to a model,
Okay.
which we call the Romanian model.
Enough.
But
What's the phenomena? What's the phenomena? What's the phenomena? Let's run this shit, Abin. What's the phenomena? What's the phenomena? What's the phenomena? What's the phenomena?
Force.
Force.
Just like force is also a concept and a real thing. What's the question?
Let's get this written down. According to Rumpus
So
QE.
force is also a concept.
Okay, you
and
can
it's
shut
also
up now,
real,
Rumpus. We're
like
just
4D
writing it down.
space-time.
You can shut up while we get your musings
Rumpus.
and bullshittery written down. If QE is still around, which he probably isn't.
Force is a concept and it's also real, just like 4D space-time.
Speed 4D space-time. We don't have a fourth dimension. That's not real. That's a mathematical description. A geometry known as pseudo-Ramonian force space. Length, breadth, depth and time. Fourth dimension. That's not something you'll show me. It's not something that's real. It's your reification of a mathematical description came into existence in the brain of a man named Einstein. It's not real. It's reified into reality by idiots like Rumpus.
Are you moving around in the dimension of time, Nathan?
Sorry, time's a concept. How many times have I got to say this?
Rumpus, can you show us 4D in anywhere, like in reality? Can we get to 4D? Can I go there and measure it somehow? Some way?
Yes, we can show that it exists because we can see that, for instance, through the orbit of Mercury, you can also do things like fire up light rays away from the Earth, and you can see the effects of 4D space-time. The fact that GPS works the way it does with the time slowing down is also another manifestation of 4D space-time. There are lots and lots of real-world measurable instances of it.
You won't have it, Chocolate. You've told
just
him.
off his rocker.
You won't have it.
Well, because you're ignorant. I know that general relativity is a very complicated concept, and it does. The fact that time can change is rather shocking to us. But nonetheless, we've measured it and verified it.
They contradict themselves in every statement. He said time doesn't change. Then he just said that time and the changing is what you use for GPS. So literally in two breaths of this description, he's contradicted himself. Time doesn't change. Time changes for GPS. That's what he's just said in the last breath. I'm sick of his bullshittery. No, time's a concept. As is space-time, another concept. It's described as such in the geometry, pseudo-Ramonian force space. He's simply reifying space-time into existence. And I'm sick of it. He's not addressed the fact that it's a reification fallacy. He hasn't shown us actual space-time. And he can't. It's a concept.
Here.
Can I say something?
Yeah, the one had a couple good questions for him. Nathan, check it out. Go ahead.
I want to ask the Rumpus, how much time do you have in a cubic meter of space, and then how much space is there in an hour?
Well, they don't. Well, they're different things. It's like saying how much electric charge there is in a meter. Stupid question. They're different.
No, space-time. He's just asked you about time and space in one paragraph in just two different contexts. One with time and space, one with space and time. And you're saying that these aren't real? What a fucking surprise! That's because they're concepts! Space-time, you stupid shit!
They are that's why they're called different dimensions.
Oh, so they're not real then? They're concepts. Reified into existence by fuckwit religiotards like you, Rumpus.
We can prove it, Nathan. We can.
No, you can't prove it. It's a concept. How many times?
We can measure it.
No, you can't measure it. It's a concept.
We can measure it in the real world, Nathan.
No, you can't. That's your reification fallacy. Over and over again, just asserting the same reification fallacy. Like somehow reasserting the same fallacy 600 times will stop the fact that you have taken a mathematical description of pseudo, fake, sham, bogus, phony, mock, Ramonian for space, and told us it's real. It isn't real. That's your fallacy, dick brain.
Manifestations of the 4D space-time.
4D space-time isn't real. It's a concept. How many times?
I told you. I said you can measure it, you twat, and you not.
No, you can't measure it. Yeah? It's not real. You're reifying something that doesn't exist. The fourth dimension is never going to be shown to me. You stupid muppet. You are simply reifying pseudo-Ramonian force space into existence. It's not real. It's been dreamt up in the brain of Einstein. It's mathematically described. It doesn't exist.
You're denying science and reality here.
Get a hold of your stupid microphone, shithead. Can't you control a mic without distorting the all hell out of it? What is your malfunction? Are you this incompetent that you don't know how to use a microphone?
Ignorant.
No, you are incompetent. You don't know how to use a microphone. You're incompetent. You do enough of these shows. You should know how to use a microphone, you complete idiot.
Well, you don't seem to understand.
You don't seem to understand how to use a microphone. Get a grip, you pathetic idiot. Your reification of space-time's not going to wash. Your pathetic idiocy when it comes to technology won't wash. And your pathetic use of space-time, constant assertions that it's real, will not wash. We've told you, it's a concept.
You are hiding behind a mute button.
Get on with your mic. You are distorted. I don't want to hear your stupid distorted voice telling me that I'm guilty of reification, projecting your nonsense onto me constantly.
You are simply...
Yeah, you're just stuttering. You're a stuttering idiot buffoon who doesn't know how to use technology and guilty of reification. You've reified the concept of space-time into existence, you stupid little man.
Recording device. You claiming my thing is not working. Okay, that's my volume. I can see uncheck my volume. Okay, let's turn that down a bit then. See if that helps.
Time is a concept. Space-time is a mathematical description. Pseudo, not real, sham, mock, bogus.
Yeah, but you don't understand its use in that term. You didn't understand. You didn't listen to what I told you earlier, did you?
I don't need to listen to a fuckwit named Rumpus. I know what pseudo means. I don't need you, a twat, to tell me.
Concept. It's a different sort of Romanian space. It's not...
Not the Romanian. You did this last time, you circle jerking stupid shit. Yeah, pseudo bit. The pseudo bit means sham. Not the Romanian bit, pseudo. Fake, sham, not real. That's what's describing 4D.
Hold on, would you see, you like dodging between points. So do you understand the pseudo-Romanian was a title given to it by Einstein and his fellow workers because it was a modification of Romanian space, and so they thought, well, we can't call it Romanian space, so we're given that it's very similar to Romanian space, but it's slightly different, it's slightly modified. That's all it means. But you don't understand that because you're ignorant of the whole subject.
Why would he use a word that
never
means
read
fake?
Up on it. You don't understand it. You're ignorant.
So he's saying it's
Einstein
fake.
reality.
Fake Romanian. It's fake then. So Einstein's maths is fake maths.
It's a modified version.
No! It does not say modified. I've got all of the list in front of me for pseudo. Bogus, sham, phony, artificial, mock, fake, faux. Not one simile says modified.
Why didn't they just call it...
Einstein gave it that name. Einstein gave it that name of...
I couldn't give two shits. Pseudo, fake. Not modified. You're stupid. You don't understand English. Pseudo doesn't mean modification. You stupid idiot. I'll say it again, because he's going to ignore it. Pseudo, you retard, who doesn't understand English, does not mean modified.
Words. People use words, Nathan.
Yeah, like pseudo. And they use pseudo not because they mean modified. It means the similes, not modified, bogus, sham, artificial, mock, fake, deceptive, contrived, pretend, put on. These are the similes, not modified.
And because he used that word,
Sorry, not modified. I'm going to keep saying it until you address your retarded level of English that you don't understand. Pseudo does not mean modified. You're wrong, you stupid idiot.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand what pseudo means. You said it meant modified. You're wrong.
You don't understand the people.
No, you don't understand what pseudo means. You said it meant modified. It doesn't. You're wrong.
Einstein chose the word.
I don't care what Einstein said. You said pseudo means modified. You don't understand English because you are stupid.
Understand how?
No, you don't understand what pseudo means. You made it explicitly clear that your understanding was modified. It does not mean modified. It means bogus, sham, artificial, mock, fake, faux, false, spurious, deceptive, misleading, contrived, pretend, put on, insincere. That's what it means, bogus boy. Not modified. Bogus.
A science and reality denier who doesn't understand that people will use words as tools.
Shut the fuck up. Bye-bye, dickhead. All you've got is sham maths reified into existence. And all you can do is call me a reality denier when you reify maths into reality. The fallacy of misplaced concretedness. A reification.
I was curious as to why he thought that forces were conceptual, when by definition they're interactions, pushes or pulls. It's unusual for Rumpus to make an error of that nature. Did anybody else catch that?
So you guys are saying that the math is not real life, no?
It's unusual for him to make an error like that. Really?
Hey, Highlander, how do you have gas
It's
pressure?
a new
next?
fallacy, that.
Highlander, how do you have
just
gas
amazed
pressure
that
next to a
after 3
vacuum
years
without a
you guys
membrane
can't
of some kind?
communicate better than that.
Somebody was over
So
talking.
you guys are saying maths is not real life.
Hey, Highlander, how do you have gas pressure next to a vacuum without a container of some kind?
How is that an answer to do you think math is real life?
Maths is not real. It's not tangible. It doesn't have any physical existence.
Like, maths isn't real.
All right,
It's
okay.
a description
try
of
going
things.
to the supermarket, getting a trolley load of shopping, and then going to the checkout and telling them, "Oh, but maths isn't real life, so I won't have to pay for it."
Like, maths
False
deals
equivalence
with maths.
fallacy. Define real. False equivalence fallacy. You're a clown. You said maths are real. To be real, that means
The
physical.
fallacy. Bottom eraser.
Shut up. Chemical formula, structure, charge, mass, momentum, or spin, millielectron volts, kcals, or kilojoules. Give me one of those aspects with a bag of fives.
Or space-time. Come on. Loudmouth, asshole, arrogant twats in Discord. Give me some physicality for space-time, you bunch of fuckwits who think space-time's real. Now Rumpus isn't talking over me constantly. Let's hear one of you fuckwits answer. Who can show me space-time? Idiot globeheads.
Highlander's full of himself. Been asking for days. Any answer to the question for gas pressure?
Sleeping Warrior. You want to hear something funny? 2 days on Discord, I've been asking people your favorite question. Can you take 5 apples from me if I've only got 2? And I've had Globers tell me yes. Bro, it's a question so simple. These guys have to dance around it and can't answer it properly.
So Highlander, if I've got 5
The
apples,
guy can't divide by 0.
Oh my God! 5 divided by 0. What's the answer to that?
I asked a 7-year-old what's 5 divided by 0, and do you know how long it took that 7-year-old to give me the right answer?
Okay, what's the right answer?
They gave me the right answer.
What's the answer?
Instantly.
Hold on, let's get the answer from you then, Highlander.
What's the answer, Highlander?
What's the answer? What's 5 divided by 0?
There's 3 right answers for this question.
3. Hold on.
Right answers.
Hold on. What do you mean?
Highlander.
You just contextualize it. Your kid gave you the right answer in a matter of moments, and now you're saying there's 3. She gave you one of 3 answers then.
So, all right, do you want to answer the question?
Say one of the answers, Highlander, or say the answer.
I would like to hear Fat Boy give me one.
No need for the ad hom. Just you give it. He's given it. He's been held to task on it. It's been had videos made about it. We all know his answer.
Come on, Sleeping Warrior. Come on.
We've heard his answer. We know his answer. This is you being
people. How many people have apples?
Highlander. We know his answer. He's been held to task on it. People have made videos about him about it. It's been definitely discussed, but we want to know your answer to the question.
People have made videos about it.
My answer would be you.
yeah. Did you not know that?
No.
Highlander, 5 divided by 0. What is it?
0. You can't divide by 0.
Wrong. Undefined. There is no answer. You complete moron.
So,
Nathan just said no insult.
So infinity wouldn't be an answer then, no?
That's not an insult. He's demonstrated it. You guys don't understand.
Oh, come on.
If someone is stupid and demonstrates themselves to be stupid, it's perfectly reasonable to point out their stupidity and then highlight it and label it what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. If you just called someone stupid, that's just a personal attack. If you just called someone stupid when they've laid down an absolute demolition of their claim that pseudo-Ramonian force space is real, then that would be an ad hominem attack. Do you understand the distinctions between those 3 things?
I'd like to know where Highlander got that answer.
Pardon, say that again.
I'd like to know where Highlander got that answer.
Yeah.
For his kid.
Where did you get it from?
Yeah, where'd you get that, Highlander? 5 divided by 0, 0. Where'd you get that?
Education. You cannot divide by 0.
Really?
When you say education, what does that actually mean? Did you read a book about it? Did you ask your mum? What did you do?
Special education?
No, I asked your mum.
Okay, let's just do it slightly differently.
And he progressed. He analyzed the situation.
Let's analyze this situation, Highlander. You've got 5 1p pieces in front of you. So let's just
and I divide that by 0 people. How many people have coins?
Hold on. Divide that by 0 people.
The result is 5, idiot. You have the 5. Holy
okay,
shit.
No worries. We'll do it your way. I'll even use your phraseology.
Right, okay. So that means that...
Oh, you giving this example now, are you? My bad. My bad. You give it then.
When you divide that 5 coins by 0 people, are you not part of that 0 people?
You tell me.
Well, you would obviously have to be part of that 0 people.
Well, there's a question at the beginning. I was trying to lead you, but you've decided that this is going to become your example now. So I started giving an example, Highlander, and I've got nothing but you rumpusing over the top of it.
You include yourself as 0 people, and you give yourself the coins, then you're dividing by 1. Yeah?
So this is your example that's not got any consistency or form or a beginning. It's just your example through my example over the top of me. Do you want to start again from the beginning with your example? Make it nice and clear. Go.
Right, here we go. Right. I'll make it simple for you, right? If you have 15 and you want to divide by 5, right? You divide that into 3 groups, Yeah, 5, 5, 5, because you divide by 5 until you have nothing left, right? Which means then the answer 15 divided by 5 is 3, right? So if you have 5 and you want to divide by 0, then you divide by 0, then again by 0, then again by 0, and it goes on forever. Yeah. Hence the other
No, you're not
answer.
doing
is
multiple.
infinity.
You're just
You're a
dividing one.
clown. He's a clown. Citation, please.
The fuck?
Can you demonstrate it with 5 coins like I did?
I was trying to lead him there. Exactly.
Let's end this quickly. From their alma mater wiki in
What's your
mathematics.
answer then, fat boy?
Shut
Is
him
it
up.
5 or
He's
is
not
it
going to
1?
shut up. Highlander, you gave your example. We listened. Now someone else is talking.
Yeah, but fat
From
boy's
their
still
alma
not
So he's not going to
wiki.
shut up. Highlander, what's your problem?
Can I try again?
Maybe.
From their alma mater wiki in mathematics, division by 0 is division where the divisor denominator is 0. Such a division can be formally expressed as a divided by 0, where a is the dividend numerator. In ordinary arithmetic, the expression has no meaning, as there is no number which, when multiplied by 0, gives a, assuming a is not equal to 0. And so division by 0 is, wait for it, undefined. Clown.
Right, and that's what.
Could you
That's what I
restate
said
that a little more
earlier.
forcefully and a little louder,
You cannot
please?
divide by 0, so then your answer would be 0.
Hey, boys,
No.
can I say something?
They can't even read.
The problem is, Highlander, when you divide by 0, you divide it by equal portions of nothing. But in real world, when you divide your 5 coins or your 5 apples, you still have your 5 apples, right? You haven't lost them. But when you do it on a calculator, it says cannot divide by 0. You don't have your apples anymore because you've lost them on your calculator.
Tony, just 1 second. I have to drop. Can I just say something?
Yeah, go.
So never in the history of humanity has anybody proven Earth to be a spinning ball. I'm out. Peace out. See you guys tomorrow.
Thanks for that. See you later, one.
Very curious if Highlander thinks you can take 5 apples from somebody if they've only got 2.
Yeah.
In real life, in real time.
Yeah, so if I've got
Right,
2
okay,
apples...
There's 5 apples. There's 5 apples on the table, and I divide that by 0 people. How many people have apples?
Why are you still speaking? We just clobbered you. It is undefined. We learned this in grade school and in primary school. Why are you still speaking?
Right, so 0 people
Shut
have
up.
apples.
I'm shutting you up. I'm sorry.
Highlander, we already moved on to the next question.
Yeah. He's done.
That one already got smashed.
He's done. So, any other balltards in here? Well, let's stay on topic. Show us space-time. We want to see it. We want to see the chemical formula structure, charge, mass, momentum, or spin, million electron volts, kcals, or kilojoules for space-time right now.
Anybody in Discord? Anything beyond the assertion from Rumpus?
No one. I was scared to talk.
Didn't you go to college for like, what was it, cake design or something like that? Come on, man. You don't know anything about science.
Really?
Earlier on, I described the 3 different types of attacks. First, just being a personal attack, and the last being an ad hominem attack, where a question is posed and the rebuttal is to attack the person personally. I don't know who you're talking to, because I certainly haven't studied cake design. Not that there's anything wrong with that if I had. But that's not an address to the question, which is to say that there is a fallacy on the table from people who believe they're on a sphere. It's the fallacy of reification. They take a mathematical description of a fake dimension called space-time and simply say that it's real. Now, we've asked you to show us it being real, as opposed to critique our education.
Was that Bill the science guy? Bob no, it wasn't Bob, was it? It was the guy speaking then.
Some loser who never speaks. I don't know that voice.
No, somebody that when asked to show us space-time,
Come on, man.
somebody when asked to show us space-time decided to critique somebody's education, not mine.
We're still waiting.
Hello, McFly.
So beyond simply asserting that space-time is real, or an ad hominem attack on one of the members of the panel, does anybody on the Discord server have any ability to show us space-time in reality?
Well, you can't show a concept, to be fair, so...
So you're asserting that time isn't real? Is that what you're trying to say here?
It's just a concept.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but because Rumpus was in the panel when I was trying to say it 50 million times, you didn't hear me saying it. So, yeah, time is a concept. Space-time is a conceptual medium. The fourth dimension. Not real, just mathematical.
Yeah.
You know that idea that is that unorthodox? You know, unorthodox.
Saying that time isn't real, but being existed in 3 dimensions and time. I don't really. It's kind of nonsensical to me.
Right, can you show us fourth dimensional space-time?
I can define space-time as
Sorry, you misheard me. Have you got a hearing problem? Did I say define? Sorry, I'm going to start swearing. Are you a fucking deaf idiot? Because I didn't say define. I said show.
I need to define it first.
No, you don't need to define it first. I can define it mathematically using Einstein. I don't need a definition, you deaf fuckwit. I need you to show it me. Now I'll say it again, hopefully without getting talked over by a deaf retard. I want you to show me. That would be a demonstration from someone who can't button his lip, mishears. No, not a... Listen, calm down, take a breath.
Okay, you gonna
show me
Will you present
space-time or unorthodox. Show it me.
You want a demonstration? Can you present me? So if you want a demonstration, you'll have to present me.
What are you going to be presenting?
Space-time.
And what does it look like?
That will be done in the demonstration.
You're not going to show us a bowling ball on a sheet, are you?
Don't be a trampoline.
Right, what are you going to be showing us?
Please do.
What are you going to be showing us, unorthodox?
I guess it was a trampoline.
I guess it was a trap.
I'll take that silence as another opportunity to summarise. Presumably it'll get interrupted by unorthodox who won't like the summary. Unorthodox will not be showing us the bending of the fabric of the conceptual medium known as space-time, the description of which is called pseudo-Ramonian force space, length, breadth, depth, and time. Now, space-time is a conceptual medium. Now, you're not going to show me that conceptual medium. The idea that you can show me that medium would also be a reification fallacy, because you can't.
Silence.
Yep.
Unorthodox, what's the reason for your delay in responding?
I'll tell you why. Because beyond him saying, yeah, I can show you space-time, that's what he's got. That's all Rumpus had. Yeah, it is real. Oh, right, that's
It's
it,
a
is
little
it?
weird.
You
It's a little weird because when I have something, if I had the proof of space time, I'd have a bookmark with a link. I'd make it a little quicker to jump on there. Like, hey, you want space time? Here it is. I wouldn't disappear for 5 minutes.
My
with
mic
complete
was
silence.
messing up. Sorry.
So
You
what are you
got
going to
that
be showing
space time
us?
first, Unorthodox?
So you're going to show us
Got
space
that.
time, you say?
Yeah. How do I set this up?
What are you going to be showing us?
I was going to set up like a camera and give you a demonstration of space time.
And what are you going to be showing us with the camera?
A demonstration of space time.
Yeah, beyond you saying that you're going to show us space-time, what is it exactly that you're going to be showing us? Because space-time's a concept, so you just saying that you're going to show me a concept is nonsense. So maybe you can tell me what you're going to be showing us.
Nathan, I've got a feeling he's going to show you his willy.
A direct demonstration of space time. I'm not going to let you.
Don't say
crap on it
look,
before
look,
I show
look,
it to you. Okay.
Look, I don't want to hear.
But how are you
the
going to
same-
do it?
I'm asking you to show us
You'll have-
space-time, and you're saying, yeah, I can show you that. Well, what are you going to show us? Well, I'm going to show you space-time. That's useless.
Yes,
That's just an
exactly.
assertion that you can show it us.
I've got a few things in my kitchen here that I can work out a demonstration for you. It's a little bit. I don't think I can explain it well without actually showing it to you. So I would have to maybe demonstrate it as I show it to you.
Take
You're
a
going to
picture
show
and
us.
put it in Discord and live stream.
Is it going to be a penis, Unorthodox? Is that what you're going to demonstrate?
We don't want to see
No.
a penis.
It's not.
Now, just have him post it in live stream, and when he pulls it up, I'll evaluate it and then share my screen.
Okay, fine. Can you do that?
No, because I was just gonna do like a live thing, like from my camera.
Of
So I can't
what?
record it.
Of
I'm on
what?
here and then upload it and send it.
Of
I'm on
what? Of what?
Of the demonstration.
And what are you going to
That
be
be debunking space time as you said that?
Jesus sake. If I say I'm going to show perspective, and then I say I'm going to go and get a load of DVDs, stack them up in a line, put the camera at the beginning of them, that's a description of what I'll be showing in my video, if I'm demonstrating perspective. You know, the thing that they ignore in the calculator, when everything's got the same feet and inches value, so you can call it Earth curve. Well, I'd demonstrate perspective by using something, and I can describe what I'll be using in the form of saying I can stack up a load of DVDs, they'll be getting smaller into the distance, that thing that's reified into Earth curve by fundies. That's a description of me showing how I will shit on your claim Earth has curvature. Now, I can detail it because I can show it, and that's what will be in my camera, in my demonstration, when I crap all over the begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking curve calculator. I can summarise it using words. That's because I'm not a retard. Now, I'm going to give you one last chance to try and detail what you're going to show us when asked to show your reification of the bending of a conceptual medium known as space-time. What are you going to be showing us? Last chance, dickhead.
Okay, I've got some objects here that exist in three-dimensional space. I'm going to show you that those objects are in fact moving through a time dimension.
Sorry, I didn't ask to see anything to do with any objects.
I have a
asked
clock.
you to
I have some objects that are three-dimensional.
Sorry, I don't want to see the objects. I want to see the space-time.
It's representative. It's not a perfect.
It's representative. You fucking clown. No, I want to see space-time. Your reification of this mathematical bullshit.
Idiot.
Are you an idiot?
I was talking about a video.
Sorry, are you an idiot?
No, I was talking about a literal video. That you can see
Sorry,
with
I've
your own
asked you
eyes.
to show me fourth-dimensional space-time, and you're going to show me objects in your kitchen going through what you will describe as fourth-dimensional space-time. So what you're going to go, look, here's an object, I'm going to describe what it's doing, it's moving through space-time. You're an idiot. You think this is funny? Your reification isn't funny to me. It's you morons who think that you've got this force that's not actually a force. It's actually the bending of the fabric known as space-time. You're a bunch of idiots. You heliocentric morons.
That's an ad hom.
No, you think space-time, a concept, a medium that isn't real, is something that you can show me on camera. That makes you completely retarded.
A car is a concept.
Sorry, a car's not a concept. A car is a car. I can drive in it, put petrol in it. It's real. No, it's not a concept. Space-time's a concept. You complete bonehead.
Yeah, in the same way, money's a concept, right?
No, money is also something I can physically hold. Crypto, you might call blockchain, cryptocurrency, conceptual currency.
That's keys. Don't get me started with that. Those are keys. I have actual physical numbers, keys. So that's actually real, not a concept. Just saying.
Yeah, when someone donates money to you, Nathan, don't you get to use that money, that cryptocurrency? You turn it into something real.
Oh right, and so show me space time so I can turn it into something real. Whoever just said that, as that's a false equivalency unless you can show me the equivalency being drawn to space time and that being real, like crypto's real. Go. Yo, fuckwit that's talking about what I spend my money on. Yo, fuckwit who thinks it's necessary to talk about me and what I spend my money on. Is that a false equivalency, or is it comparable to space-time that you can now show me how it's comparably the same as Bitcoin and can be made real? Show me space-time, you complete moron. You don't seem to be running your mouth anymore. Oi!
I was just arguing the Bitcoin thing. I wasn't arguing the space-time because I don't know anything about space-time.
No shit.
I was just arguing
That's because it's not real.
Bitcoin.
That's because
You don't know about
space-time's not
space-time
real.
either, Nathan. You don't know shit about space.
Yeah, I do. I know it's a concept. You complete retard. That's the point I'm making. While you decide that you're going to argue about Bitcoin like anyone gives two shites. No, we're talking about the nature of reality. You, Rumpus, anybody else who thinks they're on a spinning sphere flying through a vacuum reifies this concept of a fabric of a conceptual medium known as space-time. Now, it's not real. You just think it's real.
You think we're under a dome.
Oh, sorry. Are we off on another red herring segue? Why is it that you're not addressing the fact that you reify space-time? Because you don't know anything about it? Hello? You've just levelled that I don't know anything about this and that, after simultaneously confessing that you know jack about this subject. So you don't know anything about space-time, moron. Why are you even here? Why are you joining in this conversation if you don't know anything? Yo!
We said he knew a little
Are you
bit
deaf?
about crypto.
Not you! The other dick that decided to address me about crypto. We're talking about the fallacy of reification. Taking something that's not real, space-time, a concept, and claiming it's real like Rumpus did. Now every time I bring it up, I get stony silences and then a load of personal attacks.
You're using the fallacy, Nathan.
No, I'm not.
You are. Like, let me give you an example of a reification fallacy, okay?
No. Piss off and suck my balls. I'm not guilty of claiming something fallaciously that is actually real. That's not what's happening here. No. The fallacy of reification is taking something that's not real. It's absolutely, definitely not real. It's pseudo-Ramonian force space. A fourth dimension. Now, you're going to tell me that it's the fallacy because I call the fallacy of reification when it's described in the title as bloody pseudo. It's not the fallacy. Hello, it's not the fallacy. It's pseudo force space. You saying it's real? No, it's fake. No, it's artificial, mock, phony, sham, bogus. Yeah? You're saying it's real. That's called reification. The fallacy of misplaced concretedness. Making something that is not concrete, concrete. In this case, pseudo, bogus, sham, phony, artificial, mock, 4D. Well, that's not my fallacy, fuckwit. You're going to address the fact that I've just ripped that shit to pieces. Hello? Not the fallacy. An actual reification of pseudo force space.
No, that's the fallacy. You're
No, it's not the fallacy. Pseudo isn't real. It makes it plain in the description. Not genuine, spurious, or sham. So it's sham force space, We don't have a fourth dimension. Time is a concept. Now you fuckwits continually assert that it's a fabric that can be bent to give rise to a force. Wrong. That's a reification of pseudo, not genuine, spurious or sham. Force space. Not the fallacy for the third friggin' time.
I'm just arguing good old classical 3 dimensions in time, buddy.
No, you're not! Space-time is the fourth dimension. Oh, it's another retard who's arguing with us, and yet we understand the geometry of Einsteinian 4 space, and he thinks he's working in Euclidean 3 space. No, you stupid shit for brains. You don't even know the geometry you're in. My God, we're dealing with complete idiots.
Yeah, he's an old idiot. That's unorthodox. That's unorthodox.
But Nathan,
idiot.
they don't even understand their own flow. That's why they believe in it.
They don't even understand what they're supposed to be arguing. I'm getting frustrated because I'm arguing with complete and utter idiots. I talk about pseudo-Romanian 4 space not being real, and they go, I'm only working in the reality of 3 dimensions. Yeah, no shit! That's our point!
Unorthodox.
Yeah, I never said I was arguing warping, but I can't show you it.
And then the other one says, I don't know
Shut up. Hold on,
what
Chocolate.
space-time is.
Chocolate, hold on. Say that again. Say that again, unorthodox.
I can't show you it warping in my kitchen.
That's because it's not real! We've asked you to show us space-time, and your answer is, I can't show you it warping in my kitchen. Yet that's the point! You can't show it because it's not real!
Maybe I don't have the tools to show you that.
Yet you have to show it if you're going to claim it's real. It's not real, you can't show it, but for about 20 minutes solid, Rumpus asserted over and over and over again that it is real. Hello?
Hi? Hello?
Yeah, well, that's not real. It's a reification.
You never put the caveat of warping in there. I was just talking about space-time itself. Not
Show me bending space-time. These people are either deaf or completely retarded. Let me get it straight. Time's a concept and bending space-time. Now, if you're going to substitute warping like it makes the slightest bit of difference, that this bloody medium's conceptual and reified by you globeheads.
Space-time is real.
No, it isn't, you stupid boy. It's a concept.
Everything's a concept.
Oh my God. Just dumb. No, my chair is not a concept.
Unorthodox. The car that I'm driving right now, is that a concept?
For me, it absolutely is a concept.
There are concept cars out there.
Yeah, a concept car. Why do they call it a concept car? Because they haven't created it yet, right?
His answer
Once
was
it's created, it's not a concept anymore.
Just being a clever
it's a car.
dick. He's saying to me it's a concept because you describing your car to me, I have to conceptualize what your car is. Yeah, well, there is actually a real car. If I ask and challenge Chocolate to show me that car, he can. But can you show me space-time?
I've stated I can't.
Have the plane that they bend. That's the best that they got. Bowling balls and trampolines and bending papers and poking holes through them. That's it. That's the best they got. And
Unorthodox.
You have pretty orthodox views.
Great. Thanks.
You guys just need to restate your position properly. Like, that you believe space-time is real, you just don't believe it can be warped.
No, we don't believe space-time is real. It's not real. It's a concept. You just want it to be real and are reifying it into being real because you are a fundamentalist religious zealot globetard and will not accept that by saying a concept is real, you are by definition guilty of the fallacy of reification, misplaced concretedness, hypothesization, and are a moron. Any closing remarks? If not, I'm going to close out this show.
I love driving my concept.
Yeah, your car's real. Space-time isn't. And with that, I'll say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of you who tuned in on the Nathan Oakley premiering stream for hopefully smashing the super chat, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, and all that good stuff. Be sure to check out nathanoakley.com and the Flat Earth Debate Forum to keep up to date with the community debate. A massive thank you to all of today's Discord and G+ panel for making this after show possible. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!